So I thought today I would ask the AI what he knew about the Morrigan, and this is what it had to say.
The Morrigan is one of the most complex figures in Irish mythology. She is a member of the Tuatha De Danann, the tribe of gods, and is primarily defined by her role as a goddess of war, prophecy, and sovereignty. Here is a breakdown of her family lineage and everything we know about her. Parentage and siblings. The Morrigan's genealogy varies slightly between different manuscripts, like the Libor Gabala Eren, but the most consistent lineage is Mother, Ernmas, an earth/mother goddess of the Tuatha De Danann. Father. Most sources identify Delbarth as her father. Sisters. She is usually one of three sisters known as the daughters of Ernmas. Her sisters are typically Badbi and Macha. Together they are sometimes called the Three Morinya. She is also considered a sister to the three goddesses who gave their names to Ireland, Eriu, Bamba, and Fodla. Children. The Morrigan is not typically portrayed as a motherly figure, but she does have several children mentioned in the lore. Mechi, her most famous son. Legend says he had 3 hearts, each containing a serpent. If they had grown to full size, they would have destroyed Ireland. He was killed by Mac Sect to prevent this catastrophe. Adair. In some obscure poems, like the Duan in Sethracat Sest, she is said to have a daughter named Adair with the god the Dagda, the 3 sons of Delbaeth. In some versions where she is conflated with the goddess Danu, she is named as the mother of Brian, Ukaba, and Ukair. Glon, Game, and Koska. These 3 are occasionally listed as her sons in certain redactions of the Book of Invasions. Key characteristics and myths. The Dagda's mate, her most famous relationship is with the Dagda. They famously meet at the river Unius at Samhain. Their union is a ritual of sovereignty, where she grants him victory in the upcoming Battle of Moytura in exchange for his protection of the land. The shapeshifter. She famously appears as a crow, the bad bee, but she also took the forms of an eel, a wolf, and a red-eared heifer during her encounters with the hero Cú Chulainn. The washer at the ford. She is often seen washing the bloody armor and clothes of those destined to die in battle, acting as a harbinger of doom. The triple goddess. While often called a triple goddess, she isn't the maiden mother crone of modern Wicca. In ancient lore, she is a triple entity because she is either one of 3 sisters or a single goddess with 3 distinct names/aspects, Morrigan, Badba, Macha. The rivalry between the Morrigan and Cú Chulainn is one of the most intense, it's complicated relationships in all of mythology. It's a classic tale of a goddess scorned and the fatal consequences of mortal pride. 1. The failed seduction. During the Tyne Bor Quileng, the cattle raid of Cooley, the Morrigan appeared to the hero Cú Chulainn as a beautiful young woman. She offered him her love and her assistance in the coming war. Cú Chulainn, exhausted from battle and focused on his duty, rudely rejected her, famously stating he had no time for a woman's backside while at war. 2. The shape-shifting attacks. Insulted, the Morrigan promised to hinder him when he was at his most vulnerable. She attacked him in 3 forms during a fierce combat at a river ford. The eel, she tripped him in the water. The wolf, she stampeded cattle toward him. The heifer, she led a charge against him. Cú Chulainn managed to wound her in each form, but he was nearly overwhelmed. Eventually, she appeared as an old woman milking a cow with 3 teats. Having 3 wounds herself, she gave him 3 drinks of milk. With each drink, Cú Chulainn unknowingly blessed her, which healed her wounds, as a goddess could only be healed by a mortal's blessing. 3. The omen of death. Years later, when Cú Chulainn's doom was finally at hand, the Morrigan appeared to him one last time. She was seen as the washer at the ford, scrubbing the blood from his armor, a clear sign that he would not survive the day. 4. The final witness. After Cú Chulainn was mortally wounded, he tied himself to a standing stone so he could die on his feet. His enemies were too afraid to approach him until they saw a large black crow, the Morrigan, land on his shoulder. This was the signal to the world that the great hero of Ulster had finally passed.
There was also a prophecy, as known by the apocalypse of the Morrigan, that appears at the end of the second battle of Moytura. So after that great battle is won and the Fomorians are defeated, the Morrigan first recites a poem proclaiming peace and prosperity. However, immediately after this, she turns and delivers this terrifying version of the future, translated here by Whitley Stokes, 1891.
91. I shall not see a world that will be dear to me. Summer without flowers, cattle without milk, women without modesty, men without valour, captives without a king, woods without mast, sea without fruit, an evil time. Son shall go into his father's bed, father shall go into his son's bed. Each man will be his own brother-in-law. An evil time. A warrior will not be found, a king will not be found, a judge will not be found. Each man will be a thief, and each will be an oppressor. The world will be full of deceit. An evil time. The world will be desolate. The earth will be desolate. The sea will be desolate. The sky will be desolate. A world that will not be dear. This is a powerful and very dark myth. As her final word in the grand cycle of battles, she reminds us that all order is temporary, and that she will be there at the end, just as she was there at the beginning.
So I think it's safe to say you shouldn't piss off the Morrigan. So did he get his just desserts just for saying that he didn't want to bother with a woman's backside? What do you think?